EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host.
Shotgun now for Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here's Brady to throw. Amendola catching it left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Gives now the ball. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Seahawks a first down.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Here's McNair. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first down, it's McNair. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On second down, McNair. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now McNair looking for a first down throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good after. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ed McCaffrey. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Danny Amendola on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now a play fake. Brady. He's got time. Look at the time. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Anthony Barr, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Surveying the field. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Alan Branch. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Jones on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Out of the gun, it's McNair. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And able to find Graham, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. timeouts, so he spikes it here to stop the clock. He's back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
A gain of 6 there on first. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
Was one of my favorite announcers always used to say after a touchdown, give him 6. Now they've got it, but they need 2 in order to tie. This is why teams spend a lot more time on 2-point conversions because they've become more prevalent in the NFL.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop. And they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down, it's McNair. And Graham's got it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. On second down, McNair. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Ed McCaffrey, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. From the gun, here's McNair. And that is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now McNair. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On first down, Newton. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And that'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 27 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
McNair. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Out of the gun, it's McNair. And he rifles one incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go! 38!
Now McNair. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
There's no doubt that his size is a factor, but I've seen a lot of big running backs in the league not have that kind of impact because they don't run like a big back should. Get behind their pads, as they like to say, lower center of gravity, and knock people backwards. Sometimes they run too upright and take too many hits. Not this guy. He knows how to get low, break tackles, and gain additional yardage.
And he fires one incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. To throw, McNair. And that is caught. Herman Moore. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jimmy Graham, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here we go!
On first down, it's McNair. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. Now McNair. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ty Montgomery. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down, inbounds, for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
So the Broncos coming out now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On second down, here's Newton.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Newton, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to cut it back left here. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there and now 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit, but his teammates get all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
3rd and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. McNair to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense, and it worked very well there for a first down.
McNair. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say He has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Ricky Williams from a yard out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Second and 10. Newton again. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And quickly they get to the line. 3rd and 2. Newton. It's Hill, complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. And McCaffrey, 27 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Black round, let's go.
On 1st and 10, McNair. And he checks this one down to Williams. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the stick's move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's the way you run offense. Understanding your clock situation, excellent job getting to the sideline and getting out of bounds. That's the way to conserve time.
Flex round. Here we go.
On second down, McNair. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
To throw, McNair. He's going to let it go again. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ndamukong Suh with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They will go for it. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Back to throw, Newton. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Newton on first down. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run it with Williams. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
To throw on second down is Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So third and goal, the defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Lawrence Timmons. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So 2nd and 10 here. On 2nd down, McNair. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Fresh set of downs here.
Flex round. Let's go.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now McNair looking for a first down throw. He's got him in, complete. And that one results in 35 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now McNair. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A gain of 6 there on first. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Play clock winding down. From the gun, here's McNair. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
McNair to throw. Shakes off the sack. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll will get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now Newton on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought down. Give him 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Broncos a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. It's always interesting to watch a player fight his own instincts, because when you're a ball carrier, you're taught to fight for every inch, every yard. But in this situation, the smart play was to get out of bounds, and that's exactly what he did.
He's back to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Andre Holmes from 6 yards away. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. Cam looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for...
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. That one looks like he'll throw here. And left side here, it's Graham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's McNair. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Man 38.
On 2nd down, McNair. And that is caught. Herman Moore. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. To throw, McNair. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope, but they got what was desperately needed, and that was the touchdown. Now they need to convert. And
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. And, Charles, when you pull out a close game, the good thing about that is maybe next time you're in a nail-biter in the fourth quarter, you have a little more confidence.
Yeah, you're talking about your memory muscles, right? When you win those close ones, you have that confident feeling that you can continue to do so every time you're in that position.
Well, that said, you would rather win by 60 points, or do you like the close ones too?
Well, I think everyone would rather win by 60. It's comfortable. Everyone gets to play. But when you win those nail-biters, dinner tastes just a little bit better that night.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.